Welcome back, Flare community. Happy Thursday. I hope you're all well and having an incredible day as always. And yes, it is time for the weekly news catch-up where we go through all of the significant news that's happening on both the Songbird and the Flare network. We've got Freedom Fighter in the house. We've got Golden Noodle. Love that name. We've got TRT. We've got G. We've got Valiant Energy, aka John D, and AA Best coming in there last minute. Yeah, we're going to jump straight in as we normally do about the delegation rewards. And I do see G in the chat asking about the drop in delegator reward rates this epoch. So, of course, many of you may know that the actual reward rates for delegation, they're very dependent on who you delegate to. And each and every week we go through the reward rate for the top 5 for the previous epoch. So these are all independent, and their accuracy or their reward rate is very much dependent on the strength of their algorithm. The FTSO, the Flare Time Series Oracle, digests the prices from all of these different entities, these data providers, and basically puts out an average. And if you're close to that average, you are deemed more accurate. There was a reduction maybe a month or so ago, and that was a reduction in the inflation of the FLR token, which affected both delegation and staking rewards. I believe it's now sitting at 5% per year, and that's where the rewards come from for both staking and delegating. And that's completely separate from the flare drops. So, topping the chart this week, we have EDP FTSO in first place. In second place, we have Evolve FTSO. In third place, we have Atlas TSO. Fourth place, Light FTSO. And finally, in fifth place, we have Nordso. So congratulations to these guys for making it into the top 5. So if we go over here on xHaven, we're going to have a quick peek at the top NFT collections this week in the past 7 days. So topping the charts, it is Block Bonez Traits. We're going to talk a little bit more about that towards the end of the stream. In second place, we've got the Block Bonez NFTs themselves. These are just the foundational NFT collection that you put the traits onto. In third place, we've got the Golden Frogs collection, a bit of a new one for me. I haven't seen that before. And that's on Songbird. In fourth place, we have EStoadz. Again, EStoadz has been pretty spectacular this week. I'm going to show you a little trailer in a short moment. And in fifth place, the Fat Cats. Not much happening with them on their Discord. I do put my face in there every so often, but it seems like the team are pretty much non-responsive. I think over the past 6 months, maybe they've had 1 announcement or 2 announcements saying that things are coming. But yeah, it is what it is. Jim talking about F-Assets, going to get onto that just now. F-Assets milestone was achieved. This was in the period of 76 days since it launched, 32,000 participants, 107,000 mints, and 168,000 total redemptions. This is F-Assets. It's currently undergoing, or I guess it's paused slightly for the minute, but it's on the cost and test network. And here's some news from Flare themselves. F-Assets, open beta update. As previously announced, the Ripple XRP testnet was reset on Monday. And that wasn't this Monday, I believe it was, actually, yes, it was this Monday. Necessitating a pause in the F-Asset open beta. So this test network that Ripple is hosting, the XRP test network, it is an external dependency. Obviously, Flare are not running this test network. It's the XRP testnet, and they're reliant on that testnet to test the F-Asset system They're not interacting with XRP because that would mean some sort of value being put onto Coston. And of course, Coston is a test network. Basically, if you were participating, there is an incentive to do so, and they have logged all of the transactions. They've also airdropped some assets to the previous beta testers, and you can expect things to go live again very shortly. This is the sentence that I wanted to read out to you. The F-Asset Open Beta will resume once the QA, that's Quality Assurance Review, is complete, which will be very soon. Get ready to test it out. Of course, a little bit vague there, but it is what it is. I imagine within a couple of weeks maximum. So yeah, let's see. Unpopular opinion, and this might ruffle some people's feathers here. Whether it's measure twice, cut once, which is what Hugo obviously said, or whether it's measure 99 times and cut once, the principle remains the same. You only get one shot at launching a revolutionary bridging protocol. How long that takes is insignificant compared to making sure this is done right. You can imagine when F-Assets goes live, there's going to be a lot of media attention on this because no one's ever done this before, not in this manner. Of course, there are bridges, many the target of exploits, but this is fully collateralized with a non-EVM network, and this is something special, so it's got to be right. Yes, as I explained in the intro, I see you in the chat there. The delegations are dependent on who you are delegating to. If your signal provider was performing badly, then your rewards are reduced. So I don't know who you delegate to, but maybe one or two. I don't know how many you delegate to, but maybe they're not performing as you would normally expect. This is from Coin Nerd here. Top 10 blockchains by 7-day TVL growth. If you didn't know what TVL stands for, it stands for total value logged. And this is regarding DeFi especially. So in third place, there is Flare Networks, which has a plus 32.6% increase. Pretty special. And I think we're going to see this trend going forward as we continue to see the emissions provided by the Flare team. If you didn't know this, some Songbird news, which makes a rare occurrence, but very much welcomed. OneChain times Songbird and Network. OneChain have said that they're happy to announce the deployment of a new decentralized, non-custodial bridges to the Songbird network, obviously built by Flare Labs. An exciting token integration on Songbird is coming soon, so it looks like we're going to have OneChain bridging over to Songbird and maybe vice versa too. I'm sure it will be a two-way bridge. This is very good for us. And yeah, Songbird is not dead. As you can see, there are many entities that are deploying assets and integrating with the Songbird network, so stay tuned. Blockbones, we recently announced the latest Trait Crate edition. This is the Eyes edition, and it can now be revealed. There's 9 varieties, and yeah, everyone's having a lot of fun in there trying to get something ultra rare. There are quite a few, but we do have the store that is opening very soon. So stay tuned for that. The store is probably going to open next week. This is a huge announcement, maybe the biggest of the week, especially for holders of xToadz or EStoadz, or anyone that is staking to an EStoadz validator. So many of you may not know, Blockbones is partnered with xToadz, and for for staking with any of their validators, you get these weekly rebate airdrops, and these are going to be used in this revolutionary decentralized NFT marketplace that they are launching, the EStoadz team, next week. I'm going to have a quick peek at this in a minute. But if you are staking to any EStoadz validator, you also get chances to win Blockbones NFTs, huge jackpots for S-Ribbits, and also you get xToadz NFTs as well. These are all rewards that are not standard. Of course, you get the standard FLR rewards as well, but this is without a doubt the most comprehensive rewards package on the Flare network. So if you are looking for someone to stake with, do consider EStoadz. Yes, this is what they're launching. I had the privilege of having a personal walkthrough, may I add, by Mr. Sifu, who is at the helm of the EStoadz project. But he also did a walkthrough today on their Discord, and I believe he's doing some more in the near future. So if you do want to get a little bit of an insight before it launches next week, definitely check it out. Yeah, this is initially launching on the XRPL side of things, but who knows, maybe it is coming to the Flare and Songbird side too. There's been strong hints of that for sure. This is what it looks like. Lots of novel things that I'm excited about, including ways to spend your S-Ribbits for staking with EStoadz. So we'll probably talk about this a little bit more next week. Block Bonez, yes, I did bring this innovation called the crematorium, where people are incentivized to burn their NFTs, and 1/8 of the collection has officially been burnt. That equates to over 1,250 NFTs that have been burnt. In exchange for burning your NFT, you get a trait crate and 1,000 bones, which is the native asset that's powering the Block Bonez ecosystem. And as each one is burnt, it means that the reward rate for every other Block Bonez increases, because the rewards can be shared between less NFTs. So very huge milestone with 1/8 being burnt. Who knows what it's going to be like in a couple of weeks from now? Time will tell. Flare are hosting an AMA, an Ask Me Anything series, featuring Flare DeFi ecosystem projects on X. The guest that is going to be making an appearance this week is Kinetics Market. Some of you may already be familiar with this. It's an algorithmic, non-custodial lending platform, or I guess lending and borrowing. They're going to be talking tomorrow, 3 p.m. UTC. So if you're in the UK, I believe that's 4 p.m. May have to check it out where you are. Obviously, we're all in different time zones here. This is a global community, but if you check the Flare official account, you can just basically click this link and it'll give you a little reminder there and a little date within your local time zone. Scepter was teasing us recently about the Flare factor, and this is something very similar to what we just saw there. They're basically saying that the Flare factor is going to be a bi-weekly program here on X with the latest Flare news, special guests, and live Q&A. So similar to what the Flare team are doing with this one here, Skepta are also going to be doing this as well. And I think they're also starting with Kinetic Market, but I'm sure they'll branch out over the coming weeks and months to expand to other projects as well. So a good opportunity to get some insight knowledge from the founders and the builders of various projects. So yes, this is a big update from Bifrost, who have integrated a number of different blockchains. That's Bitcoin, Dogecoin, and Litecoin, all within the same family, the UTXO-based blockchains. I'm not really sure what the UTXO stands for, but I think, well, I know that Dogecoin and Litecoin are a fork of Bitcoin. So all three of these have been added, and all three of these are intended to be F assets. So we're one step closer. And it looks like the Bifrost team are ready. I hope you guys are too, and I hope that you're participating to get some of them incentives. Let's go. So another interesting update from Bifrost. So some of you may be using Bifrost, and they actually have an auto claim bot, which basically means that each and every epoch, you don't have to manually claim, it just does it automatically. And there is a little fee associated with this, and this is an update to sort of announce that they're increasing that fee. 7.4 SGB on the Songbird side of things, and 3.2 FLR on the Flare side of things. This will help the Bifrost team enhance their services and keep delivering value. So just a little bit to let you in on that. Doc Bob D coming with the knowledge, UTXO, unspent transaction output. That's in case you was wondering what this stood for. I certainly did. And yeah, thank you, Doc Bob D, a fountain of knowledge, an absolute legend. Focus Pass, or the Focus team, are raffling their tickets, and that starts in, well, 24 hours. This was posted today. So tomorrow, there's going to be the raffle tickets that are opening for this these Truegem NFTs. So if you are interested, you can find it on dev.truegems.io. It's the new marketplace built by the Focus team. If you didn't already know, rFLR is the reward FLR, and this is part of the emissions program. And I just wanted to remind you guys that this is a really big opportunity because the APYs for participating in various DeFi applications right now is very nice and lucrative, especially as an early adopter. So if you are wanting to, I guess, participate, there's many different ways that you can do it, but it all starts with bridging tokens onto the FLR network, or at least buying some via various decentralized exchanges, because that's what they're incentivizing. I actually created a tutorial series, and this is going to be ongoing. This is not about price predictions. It's not about riddles. It's not about hype. It's purely an educational tool to help you navigate the ever-evolving DeFi landscape. You can expect more videos as I create guides and tutorials on how you can participate in these dApps. So if you haven't yet subscribed, please do feel free to do so. These guides are going to be literally just walkthroughs on how to use the applications, but for the Patreon family, I'm going to be extending my knowledge and revealing my personal strategies on how I'm utilizing these apps to get the best APYs, basically. So if you are interested, I think there is a link in the description. This is what the Patreon page looks like. You get discounts on trait crates for Block Bonez. Of course, we do the monthly raffles for various NFTs. And if you are interested, like I said, there is a link in the description. That pretty much wraps up the news for this week. Of course, if you do want to come and join the FLR community Discord, we do have a good old chinwag there for maybe about an hour each and every week after the stream ends. So I hope that I can see you there. If not, do have yourself an incredible weekend. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already. And until next time, I'm out.